Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and we're going to actually start on our Abide journal today. So of course, the first thing is I'm going to cut my pages apart, and the last 2 pages of the main kit are pieces and parts, and so I'm going to set those aside. But these 13 pages, I'm going to go ahead and cut the borders off, score them in the middle, ink them, and then I will be back. Okay, I'm coming back on because I tend to skip a step when I go through this process, and that is I have to do something on the back side of all my papers from the kit. And so this time what I'm going to do, I want to use up some of my papers I have. So I am going to take them like this one, and I'm just tracing the size. And I'm going to cut them out and glue them, just glue them in. And it won't be every single page, but I'm going to use up a good amount of these papers. So that is my plan. These are just scraps that I have laying around that I just want to use up. So I don't think you need to necessarily watch me do that, but I'm just going to take my folded page and line it up with my paper and do that, and then cut them out. So anyway, nothing too exciting about that, but I'm gonna do that, cut them out, and then I'll come back. Okay, I've cut these out, the ones I'm going to use, and I have quite a few. I might have enough to do the whole thing. So I am going to, and I know I could have done like whole sheets, but I didn't want to cause the binding in the middle to give me trouble with the thickness and the glue and all that stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue page by page. We'll see how that works out for me. Hopefully it works. I kind of want to smear the glue around, but I'm not going to get too carried away with that. My main thing is to not hang up my fold. So I'm going to start there and kind of push out, because I can always trim off the edge. Even though I traced around it, it's just a funny thing. I don't think I'm the only one that happens to, but maybe I am. But no matter how, and I wasn't super careful about it, but I mean, no matter how careful I am about measuring with a ruler or whatever, there's something about folding paper and so on and so forth that just makes it not want to line up perfectly after you get it in there. And see, even here, I used my scoring board. I had it pushed clear up against it, and yet you can see how it's just a little bit off. Each page I've looked at is just slightly off. So that's just the way it is. And my excuse to not worry about it is just to say, well, it's a junk journal. So that is my story, and I'm going to stick to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue these pages in, and then I will come back and pick up from there. Okay? Okay, I got all my pages glued in that I had. Some of them I just did one side, and then some of them I did both sides. And so these are the ones I have left that I need to finish, and so I'm going to do some stenciling. So here are the different inks, distress inks, Tim Holtz distress inks, and I've got a couple of dauber handles with the Velcro. And I have some new stencils I haven't used before. So I'm going to just have a good time with some stencils, I think. Okay, so I think I don't have a lot of orange, I don't think, on this one. There's certain colors, you know, that I try to use, so I sort of have a color palette going. And I know like this one has red, which I don't use red a lot. but I did use it on this journal. It kind of felt, this journal almost feels masculine in some ways. Some of the pages, I guess, not all of them. Because it's like some camping imagery, outdoor imagery. And so I've got like some plaid that looks kind of masculine. And it's not a real girly, flowery one. Like I do sometimes. So let's see, I'm gonna come back with some stamping, I think. I'm gonna try and do a couple of things on these pages. Better get these out of the way. I know how I am. I'll be overlapping and doing some crazy stuff. So since I know I am using red, and the reds, let me find a page here. Well, from the pieces and parts. This is the orangey red that's going to be in it. So I'm going to find, I think this one, which is Abandoned Coral. No, I think I need that Red Apple. What does that say? Oh, Candied Apple. Can't even read my own writing. Okay, Candied Apple. I'm going to try that. It's pretty red, but I'm going to do a little bit of this rose. And then I'll come back and do, I guess I'll do that coral with it. Maybe that way I've covered my bases. So somebody reminded me you're supposed to store your distress ink upside down, and you're also supposed to, as I said in the other video, I learned recently that you don't daub your ink. You twist it across it and kind of rub it, and you'll get more ink out of your ink pads. And so I've been doing it wrong all this time. So yeah, there we go. Because these ink pads, these colored ones, I've had since 2020. And they're still pretty good, most of them. Okay. So there's that. Give it a slight two-tone color. I like to use two colors when I use my stencils. And then, let's see, Mr. Rabbit. Oh, let's see. Kind of tree imagery. Okay, so let me do green. And I always like to use blue-green and yellow-green. So I'm going to use moss. No, I'm going to use the crushed olive. Hang on. The lighter shade of chartreuse. And then I'll use the Lucky Clover, which is a bluish green by comparison anyway. Let's see. All right. And crushed olive. Okay, yeah, I love that combination. I've got one that's just flowers. I'm trying to use natural things, organic sort of shapes and things, since this is mostly nature imagery. So let's see. I think I'll do some purple. I've got just a little bit of purple on these pages. Let's see, purple. And I'll use Mermaid Lagoon, I guess. Okay. Which I know flowers are not blue. I try not to do things that are not natural, but I think it'll be all right. Uh-oh. Ah. Okay. Let's see, what have I got left? I've got this one that's, oh, this is like postage mark, postmark and like handwriting. So let me try, I'm going to use this dark ground espresso. And, well, I don't know if this will look good or not, but I'm going to use this aged mahogany. And I'm going to put those on the stamps mainly. I'll just put a little bit here and there. And then do the handwriting. I think a stamp might work better on that than this, but yeah, that looks all right. Okay, I'm going to get a couple of my older stencils that I've used before. Yeah, I like this one. This is Tim, of course, Tim Holtz. I'll use moss and cracked pistachio. Okay, so I've got something now on each page. So now I'm going to go back in and stamp. So let me put these away. Okay, I've got my black archival ink out, and I've got this set of Tim Holtz stamps that have bugs on them, and it kind of goes with some of the stuff on this journal. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of bugs here and there. Some of these bugs are kind of creepy, but they're kind of neat too. And of course, you never know what's going to end up showing, what's going to get covered up, but just in case, we'll put a bunch of stuff on here, and if some of it shows, that's fine, and if it doesn't, that's fine too. I like that one. Ones that are, oh, I didn't do these. Oh well. That was some of my jelly plate printing paper that I had. This is a locust. This always reminds me, when I was at the Kansas City Art Institute, one of our assignments was to pick a bug and then do all kinds of projects around that bug. And I picked a locust because I thought they were pretty. You know, they're kind of blue-green iridescent. And so one of the things was to make a costume. So this was back in the day. I made a Halloween costume where I was a locust. And made really pretty wings, and it was quite pretty. And I think I was 22 at the time, something like that. Okay, and then here's, let me put these away, and I've got some writing. I think the stamp will look better than the stencil that I had. I can always add things later, but at least I don't have just solid white. That's kind of my main objective. Okay, so now I'm going to go, and I had told you I was going to ink my edges. I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to take all my pages and ink, not these. These are pieces and parts of the journal, but the actual 13 pages of the journal. I'm going to ink all the edges and both sides of that, and then I will be back. Okay, I've got all my pages inked, so I'm going to stop this video. This was all about preparing your pages. I did find one that I didn't do, so I'm going to just wait to see what I end up doing on that page, and then I will put something on it at that time. See, this one I didn't do, but I went ahead and inked it. But I've inked all the pages, and that's it for that. So the next thing we're going to do is divide these up into 3 signatures, and we'll go ahead and bind them, and then we can get to work on all of these extra things that are in this kit. Okay, it's going to be really, really fun. So I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.